Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw honest truth. This is your June 2020 tarot forecast, and your theme for the month is the Five of Pentacles. So there may be some economic hardship. You might be feeling a little bit left out on the dark. So it's really important to take responsibility, but to also ask for help, and also know that this is a minor arcana, so it's not the be all end all by any means. And not only that, it's a 5, which is very transitional. So this is a very quick energy to move out of as well. All right, I'm going to pull some cards and let's see what the rest of the month is looking like for you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because less than 5% of you watching right now are subscribed, and it really helps me out a lot as I'm a new channel. And if any little bit of this video resonates with you at all, if you could hit the like button, it really helps me out so much, and it's just a little click. Okay, anyways, up to you. Please do it. Let's see how this month is looking for you. All right, definitely see some disappointment, but I mean, overall, like I said, I don't think you need to really worry about this in the big scheme of things. But let's pull some clarification cards. Yeah, you've definitely been stressed a bit. Okay, honestly, all right, so you're coming up as the Knight of Wands, which is good because, you are a fire Sagittarius. Yeah, you're a fire sign. Sorry to double check that. Yeah, so you're overall right now for work, you're doing okay. I think there's going to be a little bit of stress further down the line, maybe because of something in the past that you did that was a bit foolish. Maybe you took a risk and it didn't really turn out the way that you wanted, and it caused a little bit of stress and strife, and potentially in the past some disagreements with other people involved, or at least that knew about what was going on. So, I mean, overall, I think considering everything, you're doing a good job moving forward with work. You're definitely not where you want to be when it comes to success and things like that, when it comes to the life that you want. And that also might include having a partner that you feel really secure with. I mean, for those of you in a partnership, it could just be more like a partnership with yourself, or maybe you want a better connection with your partner. I think that you're kind of wondering, this life, this status, what it is that you have been working for, that you're passionate about, that you previously took a risk on, was it worth it? And you might want to, maybe you thought, oh, if I make this decision and do this decision with my life, it's what I'm supposed to do, the practical thing in life. For example, we've all been told, you gotta go to school and get good grades, and then you have to go to university and pay, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And then, some people are going to be graduating from university and college right now, and there's no jobs, but they've got a huge amount of debt. And they did everything that they were told that they thought that they had to do, and it hasn't gotten them to the life that they want. And maybe you feel like that these decisions have kind of, what you thought you were supposed to do when it comes to work to get the life that you want, it didn't really go the way that you wanted it to. Maybe you're feeling that in the past you were being foolish. Maybe you were listening to what other people were saying more than yourself. Or maybe you weren't listening to what other people were saying. Anyways, the outcome overall, I feel like you will get closer to what you want in just a different way. You have to be a little bit more creative when it comes to making your money. And also you might want to work from home. You might want to have a bit more of a balance between your work and your home life. I think that ultimately in the future, at least of this month or after this month a little bit, you will be stressed about money. You're going to be a lot more conservative. You're not going to be spending that much money. And I think that you might have a bit more of a clear vision of where you want to go with your life. And that, could include your career and things like that. But career is a huge aspect of our lives, and a massive influence on our lifestyle. So I think you're really going to be, thinking about, okay, what is the job that I want, the work that I want, to have the lifestyle that I want? How am I going to balance this out? So that's cool. All right, let's get some advice cards. And definitely make sure you stick around right after these advice cards, because you pick your own destiny cards. All right, so your first advice card is the 6 of Wands. And again, fire energy, even though you've been disappointed in the past, just, learn from it, move on, and continue to move forward based on inspiration, okay? So whatever it is that makes you feel good, go for it, go for it, go for it. Ultimately, you will be victorious, you will be successful, and other people will notice too. Now, you still want to play it safe. We've got this Knight of Pentacles. You still need to be practical in the way that you move forward, but practical in a way that's more true to you and grounded in what you want and what you want your future to look like, because rather than what you've been told by other people what your future should look like, and how you need to figure out the practical way for you to get to what you want with zero risk, especially with money at this time. So don't be taking any risks right now. Third advice card, we've got the Two of Wands. I believe that now might be more of a time of planning and looking at where you see yourself in the future and how your desires and your goals align in the future. It's not necessarily a big action card at all. It's more planning, figuring things out. Maybe you have had a new idea in the past and you need to actually start planning about that and maybe putting practical things in place, seeing where you want to go in the long run. Fourth advice card, we've got the High Priestess. So you also want to be open to receiving intuitive messages from spirit. And you also want to be paying attention to your dreams, synchronicities, things like that. And just finding balance in your life. And also accepting of opposites. Maybe you've thought before, oh, I can't have it all, or I can't do this and have this, but you can actually make it work. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Pick the first number that comes to your head that really sticks out. That's your intuition. And comment below if this reading has resonated with you, and if you tell me about it. What is it that you maybe have been foolish about when it comes to your work and your career, and how has it affected you? I do see things working out well, and there might be a female in particular that might help you out too. All right, 1, 2, or 3. If you picked 1, that's cool. We got the Magician again. So if you picked 1, we've got the Page of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the Magician. So you will get to a place where you are emotionally calm and grounded, and you might be contemplating a little bit more about, what you want to do based on emotional connection if it feels good. You also definitely want to be connecting with people in your community that you trust and that you love, or just people that make you feel good. So honestly, that can extend to acquaintances and things like that. Just have a good time, enjoy life, celebrate life. Right now, we need connection, we need community. And with the Magician, being emotionally balanced and joyful as well is going to give you the energy that you need to actually start manifesting and focusing not only on what you want, but actually creating it and getting that balance in your life, actually getting what you want. You got to feel good first by connecting with community. If you pick 2, wow, look at that. You've been stressed. Stress, stress, stress. We've got the Devil, and then we've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Cups again. That's pretty cool. So even though there's been a very toxic energy, it could be from a situation, it could be from a particular person or group of people or organization or from within or whatever. This could also be a Capricorn influence with that Devil. At the end of the day, it has pushed you to actually, reconnect with your emotions, and it's like you've tapped into some self-love, and maybe you're actually reconnecting with the way that you feel, and you're actually prioritizing that first. And your advice is just to go for it. When you've got emotional, if something feels good, go with that. And that's because you've got a lot of potential to have an emotionally fulfilling life, work, relationships, all of that. But you need to be connecting with how you feel emotionally, and that will help guide you. Which also connects with the High Priestess, okay? With the intuition. If you pick 3, oh wow, that's cool. We've got the King of Cups, the Prince of Wands, and the World. So I definitely feel like this is you deciding to move forward in a direction that feels good to you. So I feel like you are going to get closer to what you want in the good life when you have a good balance of spiritual and emotional and potentially sexual energy as well. And it's like this phase of your life is coming to completion. It's like you are finishing up the chapter to level up. So this is a celebration card as well, because it's like getting the award for everything that you've accomplished, but you also need to celebrate. If you do have a business or creative goals and things like that, you might want to take it globally and make sure that there is a global reach. So potentially online, for example. And you also might want to be moving. If that was helpful, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you would like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's all in the description below. I do monthly, mid-monthly readings, all that. So definitely subscribe. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. You might want to be spending a little bit of time by yourself to really clear your head, removing distractions, at least at some point, so you can really figure out what you want, right? So I hope that was helpful, and have a great month. Bye!